My wife is weird about butt stuff. Would you be comfortable sharing a towel with your partner?
Kind of not.
Best Am I the A-hole I have ever read. I was crying laughing because of the absurdity.
Oh yeah, that sounds pretty good.
Hey guys, welcome to today's story. I'm V.
And I'm Sandra.
And we're bringing you a new story that might shock you a little bit. So you know that in relationships, usually your partner is the person that is closest to you. And after the rose-colored glasses phase, you're together for a while and you start to see them for who they are, their everyday habits, what they like, dislike, a little bit more of the honesty. But at what point is honesty a little bit too much? I will share with you guys a quick disclaimer. If you are easily grossed out by the human body or anything to do with that, or colorful language, the story might not be not so safe for work if you're listening to us at work. So just know, quick disclaimer, guys. I warned you.
Gotta prepare myself.
This story is from the subreddit, Am I the A-hole? Am I the a-hole for not warning my wife about my ass rag?
Ooh, coming on strong, okay.
So, funny thing about this, guys, before I hop into it, Sandra has no idea what the story is about, so it will be fun.
I have no clue. I don't even know what we're diving into.
Context. My wife is weird about butt stuff. I'm not talking about sexual butt stuff.
Okay.
That's obviously personal and up to the individual. I mean her unwillingness to acknowledge that anything comes out of butts, or that people even have buttholes.
Oh.
When we bought our house, I wanted to install a bidet, but my wife was against it. I told her she doesn't have to use it, but she said just seeing it would gross her out. I mentioned not feeling clean just from wiping with paper, and she didn't understand. Not everyone has naturally hairless assholes that barely require wiping. She asked if I could find an alternative. I said I could use wet wipes, but they're not flushable. None of them are, by the way. So they'd have to go in the trash. She didn't like the idea of poopy things in the trash can and told me to figure something else out that she didn't have to know about.
Couldn't they just take out the trash?
Oh, no. Nothing to do with the butt, Sandra. At least that's what
Okay.
OP's wife seems to think. So, onto my ass rag. I took an old towel, tore it up, and installed a discreet hook behind the toilet to hang the rag. It's completely hidden. The way our bathroom is set up, we only have one. The sink is right next to the toilet. So I'm able to wet the rag, clean up, wash in the sink, and hang it back up.
Is that sanitary?
I swap it out a couple times a week. Gross? Maybe. But I figured that's my business since my wife did not want to hear about my butthole cleaning habits. Recently, my wife and I were showering together, and she forgot to bring in a washcloth for herself.
No. No.
I don't use one. I use a sisal pouch with bar soap. I offered to hop out and grab her a washcloth, but she said, "No, don't worry about it. I'll just use yours."
No.
And she reached for my ass rag.
Oh.
I said, "You don't want to use that?" She asked why. I said, "Just trust me." She kept pushing. So I came clean about my ass rag.
Okay, so she didn't use it. Okay.
She was horrified, started dry heaving, and kicked me out of the shower.
Wow.
Apparently, she'd been using it as a washcloth for years.
No.
Whenever she forgot hers, which is often. What I don't get is how she thought that was my washcloth, because A, it's hidden behind the frickin' toilet, and B, she knows I don't use a washcloth. All bets are off when you use someone else's shit without asking.
Literally.
I'm trying to keep a straight face reading this story.
The imagery.
It's very descriptive, this OP.
Yeah.
He's a very good writer. All bets are off when you use someone else's shit without asking, and her butthole hang-up is interfering with my personal hygiene. From her perspective, I violated a clear boundary she set years ago, and I'm just an overall gross person. I did apologize, but I was upset, and my apology wasn't really sincere. I'm sleeping on the couch right now to try and give her some space. But I'd like to know if I owe her a more sincere apology over this ass rag fiasco. I'm really not sure, and her reaction has me thinking that maybe I actually am disgusting and I'm lacking the perspective to see it. But I also don't think her butthole aversion is normal. And it's the main reason I ended up resorting to the ass rag solution in the first place. and not telling her about it? Am I the a-hole?
I can't hear the word a-hole in this story without keeping while keeping a straight face.
Okay, one thing, guys, is I don't curse ever. And the amount of ass rag that has been written in the story, OP's saying it, not me, guys, okay?
Yeah, like the both of us, we normally do not curse, even lately. So this is like, oh, my ears are lots of colorful things going on.
I admit the only thing that's repeating in my head right now is ass rag.
Ass rag. I think if I saw a rag behind a toilet, I would think maybe it's for cleaning purposes,
Right?
like cleaning the
It
bathroom.
was behind the toilet, so
Yeah,
probably not something you want to be wiping your body or your face with.
I think they're both kind of gross in this because, first of all, I don't think I would reach behind a toilet, like for a rag behind a toilet to clean myself in the shower. I wouldn't associate that as a clean towel to use. So OP is getting this rag and he's using it regularly and then he washes it in the sink. Like, is he using like any detergent, any like disinfectant when he washes it? Because if you're using it like every time you use the bathroom, it starts to build up bacteria.
I guess that's why OP mentioned he does clean and switch it out a few times a week, but he still agrees it's
Even
gross.
then.
He agrees it's gross. He mentioned it. He was like, gross? Maybe. I've learned this, that washcloth, some people use like, okay, so I think it depends on the culture as well and depending on your preference. But some people, when they shower, they use their hands or they use a loofah, and some people will use an actual washcloth.
Right.
So they use it to like scrub themselves in place of a sponge. Or some people use sponges. So different things are used for different reasons. But the fact that OP is using this to wipe specifically his butt after pooping, and then his wife is then reaching for it, doing potentially her face,
No.
everywhere over her body. Oh!
Oh, my skin is crawling just imagining it. If you're using it every time you use the toilet, I really doubt that OP is going through like all the disinfecting like procedure, right? And so there's going to be some type of bacteria that came from
The booty.
and then wife is just regularly using it for however long on her own body.
Psst. Hey guys, I know you haven't liked and subscribed to us yet. Like and subscribe for good luck on your day and your week, and help us get to 5K.
5K. Wait, okay, how is she forgetting her washcloth? Like, don't you just kind of hang it in the bathroom?
That's what I think.
Like in
don't
the
you
shower?
Usually just
Like, don't you have a spot for it in the bathroom? Like, why are you forgetting it so often? And honestly, if I forgot it, I think I would just go without it. Like, you can use your hands.
Yeah, use your hands and then just dry off with a towel, like normal towel afterwards.
Yeah.
That's very weird to me.
I mean, I know, like, they're husband and wife and, like, you're supposed to be close, but that's, like, a little bit too close
Is
for
that
me.
too close?
Yeah, way too close. I think OP should have told the wife, though. What, like, hey, if you happen to see this rag, oh, well, she was grossed out.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because she also told him, you know what, whatever you're doing with the butt, don't tell me about it. But then, see, that's where I'm mixed. Because I feel like this is something you probably would want to tell your partner, especially because they're so, I was going to say anal about it, but okay, I'll stop.
No, butt jokes. No.
Oh God, where have we come to?
What
in
part
this
of
story?
Reddit are we on?
We're in the wrong side, guys. We're in the deep end. Like she's very specific about it, but then she's also like, don't tell me, I don't want to know. So I feel you can't have it both ways.
Yeah. I still think OP should have told her, but I think in a way she kind of asked for it.
Sandra,
I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself.
we need to add a butt joke counter here, guys. Comment below if you have a.
Ding,
Actually,
ding,
no,
ding.
don't comment a butt joke. Please don't. Don't feed us. Don't feed into this, please. She's so weird about, I guess, body hygiene, specifically with the butt. But then she didn't allow OP to have a bidet, which I think is more clean than him having a washcloth.
For sure. I think after knowing like what the alternative is, I'm pretty sure bidet sounds pretty good to her right now.
Right? And how does I wonder how she deals with her hygiene if she doesn't like any of the stuff. I mean, if she's not allowing bidet, she's not into
clean.
washcloths. Does she just ignore the problem that is there?
Like, I'm kind of confused because as an adult, you kind of like get over it in a way.
Yeah,
It's
you have to do what
like,
you have to do, right?
You know, it's something you encounter every day, right? Like it's not like a foreign concept. So to be that bothered to not even like you're not even okay with it in the trash can.
Yeah, that's the thing. How can you not be okay with literally bathroom trash in a bathroom trash can? That's
Yeah. And so now like OP's kind of like forced to do. I mean, I guess toilet paper is not cutting it out for him. But
I think there needs to be some sort of compromise. So they've been together for years. They're comfortable with showering together, okay?
Yeah.
But she's not comfortable with OP trying to take care of his personal hygiene. That's stressful.
Now I'm thinking about it. Like if you're showering together, there is a body part that you do have to wash while
you
you're
just not
showering.
talk about it? Or you ignore it? What,
like,
what are you doing?
you okay with cleaning that part in front of each other? Like,
How does that work?
I don't know.
Oh. It's just the visualization.
Like, is she okay with that? Or do they just ignore that cleaning process?
I think this is one of those things where you can't just, don't ask, let's ignore the problem. Like, you have to, especially as a couple living together, you have to just get on top of it and say, we need to get to the bottom of this.
The bottom.
That was unintentional. Dang it. Some couples, every couple has their own thing.
Yeah.
Would you be comfortable sharing a towel? Like, not every day, but even like just, okay, if you don't miss your towel, like a towel to dry yourself, would you be comfortable sharing a towel with your partner?
Kind of not. Maybe I'm a little particular,
Mm-hmm.
but I like to keep it separate.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would rather just grab another towel or like wash mine or like, I don't know. Why wouldn't I have my own towel, first of all? Hand towels like are fine, but like I don't use it for anything else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like I prefer my own towel as well. But if there was an emergency, there's a towel shortage in the world, I have to do it, I'm fine. But here's the thing. I never use my normal body towel to wipe my face. I don't know if that's just a me thing. Like, I just don't like, I think it's more because my skin on my face feels more delicate. So I just don't want to, I don't usually like roughly dry my face. I just let it do its thing and dry.
Maybe I'm lazy, but I do. But I like designate a part of the towel for like, I don't use like the same part of the towel on like my hair and then like I flip it and there's just like certain parts of the towel and I'm just like, okay, this is for this part of the body. See, I didn't know I was so particular until I have to explain it.
See, my next question is, but how do you keep track of where it is?
Well,
but knowing you, I feel like you would.
I try to wash it like as often as I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I can't believe there would be a day that we would discuss our personal hygiene and butt jokes on this podcast. Apologies, guys, if we're grossing you out, but it's not us. It's OP. Okay, we're trying to help OP here.
I think OP needs to bleach that, or I don't know, like is toilet paper not cutting it out? I mean, like,
I guess not. Oh, well, here's the thing. Maybe this is TMI, but OP did share that not everyone, he made a comment about how not everyone has a hairless bottom, so it might be harder to clean. So I've heard, that's a thing. So maybe that makes it. Oh, God. I have some visualizations in my head right now that I don't want to,
I'm just thinking, like, if that's the problem, this is the solution.
I feel like the bidet is still the best solution, though.
Well, yeah.
Although, here's the fun fact, guys. I did not know the magic of a bidet because in the U.S., I would say culturally, we don't really have bidets, like in public restrooms or even homes.
I think, like, in the Philippines, they have, I forget what the term is, but it's like a scoop, like almost like a giant ladle, and then they'll, like, use that. Like, they'll...
Yeah. I think Vietnam is similar, although bidets are becoming more popular in Vietnam now.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think the first instance I actually saw, like, and used a bidet for myself was when we went to Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So, little fun fact, guys. Sandra and I went to Japan together last year.
Yeah, last year.
That was already a year ago.
I know. Exactly a year ago.
One thing that was very funny to me is, okay, I've always had this idea of what a bidet is. Like, okay, it shoots water, okay? The concept is it's an installation mechanism on the toilet. Basically, there's different features, and one of them is shooting water to clean your bum. But I did not know how advanced they can get. In Japan,
it's so soothing.
Yeah, it's an experience. It's actually pretty nice. It's just water. It dries your bum, some of them.
It keeps your bum warm.
Oh, yeah. They have, like, heated ones, too.
Life is missing out.
honestly, wife is missing out. Now, the more
Yeah.
I say this, there's even some in, like, I think some restrooms in Japan where they play,
Birds,
like,
like
yeah,
birds
nature sounds.
chirping and like waterfalls, like.
So they take the whole bathroom sanitation thing, I would say, pretty seriously. And instead, you have a wash rag behind the toilet.
No, an ass rag.
You're right. Ah!
It could have been avoided.
There's no way that's clean.
So how long did she use it before she found out?
So it's been years.
Years?
OP mentioned years in the
I
story.
thought I heard months.
I would have to say, as a verdict, I can't say OP's the a-hole.
I think it's a everybody sucks here.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think they both suck. Because
guess.
even if she's uncomfortable with it, I think you should have just told her. I think you should
That's
have just told her.
true.
Knowledge is key. And I think wife shouldn't have limited OP to the point where this is what he had to resort to.
That's kind of sad.
Yeah. Like, let him at least throw it in it. Throw, like, you know, the
Yeah,
used
throw,
things in
like, use
the
things in the
trash. Or let him install the bidet. But to limit him so much that he can't, like, practice his own hygiene in a hygienic way, now you're choosing, like, a bacteria-filled rag. And also, why would you use a rag behind a toilet on your body?
Are you not questioning that? I feel like I would be a little bit suspicious if my partner just randomly installed a hidden rag behind a toilet in a clearly
wasn't
purposely-
hidden enough.
Oh. I'm excited to see what the comments are going to say. First comment, I'm going to say not the a-hole, but let's ask some honest questions here. Why is the lady with the butthole toilet seat fear reaching all the way behind the toilet to grab and use a washcloth of unknown origin when she, quote, forgets to bring her washcloth to the shower? Huh.
Yeah.
That is a good question.
Like, why would you even look? Because it was hidden, right? So she had to look for it.
Oh, OP did respond to this one. OP says, your guess is as good as mine. Mood.
You have no idea either.
Next comment. Best Am I the A-hole I have ever read. I was crying laughing because of the absurdity.
Oh, yeah. This one's pretty good.
Not the a-hole. How do you tell someone about something they don't want to know exists? If it was in such an inconspicuous location, I wonder why she would think you would have it there. I would love a bidet in my place.
Yeah.
Not sure what she expects you to do. Enjoy the couch until she's ready to get over it. I don't think this is something that you need to wait. Like, you should wait until your partner's just over it. You guys need to have an honest conversation.
I think they need to talk it out.
Because, I mean, we're laughing, we're joking. But the fact that they're living such weird, like, they're kind of having secretive bathroom styles and lives separate from each other.
Like, for it to have gone on for years, I'm surprised it never came across. Like, wife never mentioned, hey, by the way, I used your washcloth today. Like, it's never come up. I'm surprised.
Oh, another comment. By the way, most people talking about bidets aren't installing entire separate plumbing fixtures. They're just getting a $30 to $80 attachment for their toilet. They're all over Amazon. You can get really basic or really fancy ones, but most of them are pretty easy to DIY. No need to call a plumber.
You know what's
I agree
funny?
with that.
We were gifted a bidet attachment as like a housewarming gift.
That's a good gift.
We've had it for like 2 years and we still haven't attached it.
Why?
I don't know. I think we should probably do that, huh? Maybe the next time you're over, you'll get to experience it. I don't know if I'll have the water ball bird chirping sound, but I could put my iPad in there.
Oh, gosh.
And play it for you.
Have a little sign that says, feel free to play your music as you do your business.
Yeah. Maybe next time you're over.
Bidet is not the first thing I think of when I think of what to get someone as a housewarming gift. But me now knowing how good bidets can be, I feel like it's a good gift.
Oh, yeah.
But only with friends who you're comfortable with. Please don't go gifting bidets to random people.
You never know. They might enjoy it.
That's true.
Maybe it's something they don't think about.
But what if you're not that close?
You're
They might think you're kind of weird.
Experience.
Readers have chosen OP is not the a-hole. I think I still stand by OP is, I want to say, at first I want to say he wasn't the a-hole, but now I think he's soft a-hole just because, okay, despite what she says, I know this is going to sound counterintuitive. Despite what your wife says, sometimes you got to override it and just give her the truth, whether or not she likes it.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking everyone sucks here.
Yeah.
Because like, even though you could argue like, oh, he was respecting the wife's like preferences and stuff, but I think there's some things you just have to tell, like you just have to make known.
Yeah.
To avoid situations like this.
I think being in a couple and being with someone for so long, especially how they're talking about they've been together for years, sometimes you got to make a decision for both of you.
Yeah.
Whether or not it's husband or wife, before someone goes saying, oh, no, but yeah, sometimes
Like,
you just
even
have
if
to
it's
go.
uncomfortable, you just have to just put it out there.
Let it rip.
Oh,
Not like that. Oh, God. Not like that. But yeah, sometimes you just gotta put it out there. All right, guys. So that's what we thought about this story. Let us know in the comments how you felt about this one. If you're grossed out, let us know too. And I hope you had a laugh out of this one, to be honest.
Yes, and remember, communication is key. So communicate to us that you like our stories by hitting that subscribe button and giving us a like. Don't forget to rate us 5 stars on Spotify.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.